Hi, Fran. I want to help you through this step number 7. So before we actually do the Excel, let's talk about what we're trying to do. So let's forget about a formula for right now and just look at what it's saying. So you're going to try and find out total insurance claims and number of dependents by city and department. So each of these has a different category down here. So this row is about number of dependents. This one is about number of dependents. This one is about number of claims. And this one is about number of claims. So we'll just look at this very first one. We're going to add up the number of dependents to get a total. That's what the sum does. But we're not going to add up all of these. What we care about are those that are in the city of Brentwood and that the department is landscape. So if I asked you to, and I handed you a calculator, you'd be able to do that for me, right? You'd come over here and you'd scan down here and find Brentwood. Okay, here's Brentwood, but the department is lawn and maintenance, not landscape. So I'm going to keep going. Okay, here's another Brentwood, landscape. So this one we'd add up. So you would do 4. Brentwood, patio, no. Brentwood, human resource, no. Brentwood, patio, no. Brentwood, landscape. So that would be 4 plus this one. Where are we at? So 4 plus 3. So we'd have 7. We'd keep going. Brentwood, patio, no. Brentwood, landscape. Okay, so there's another one. So what are we up to? 7 and then 3. So we're at 10. So the number in here would be 10 because we looked at the city, and then we looked at the department and found out which two matched what we wanted to do, and then we pulled the number. That's all the ifs does, is it looks at more than one condition, and when all of the conditions that you care about are true, then you go somewhere and grab that number and add it, okay? So let's do this now with the formula. So I have clicked into here, and I'm going to use the sum ifs. So I'm going to go up here to, I'm on my Mac, so I'm going to expand this here for a second. I'm going to come up here to formulas, and let's see, is it in sum ifs is in the math and trig function. So we're going to come down here, and we're going to do sum ifs. And it's going to bring up my function dialog box, which looks a little different than yours, but that's okay. So the first thing it asks is the range. Hold on one second. Okay, so I expanded my formula builder so you would see yours in your little box. So the first thing is the sum range. What are you adding? Well, you're adding up for this one, right? Number of dependents. So we're going to go right there. So that is our E4 through E23, and I want to make that an absolute reference. So you use your F4, right, to get it absolute, because then we're gonna do some copying. Okay, so criteria range. So what is the first thing? So when I asked you to look for this, the first thing is we looked at city, right? So we're going to select city. That's the range we're going to look through. And then the criteria is, what are you looking for? Well, we're looking for Brentwood. So Brentwood. And I got that from right here, right? And so what's my second thing? It says Brentwood, and then the department has to have landscape. So I have to select department first. So that is the D4 through D23. And what we're looking for here is that it says landscape department, but we know we only have to do like land exclamation or asterisk, right? And oh, they had BRE. Sorry, let me come up here. BRE asterisk. I typed the whole word in, but you know, SimNet might count it wrong. So then let's look here. LAN, right? Because we know we don't have to put the whole thing in, because LAN is unique enough that it's going to only get landscape design. So let's see if I followed the directions here. So we did that, we did that, we did that, we haven't done that. So we know 10 is right because we figured it out manually, right? We did it longhand. So let's do done, and I've got a 10. Perfect, right? So the next one, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do number of dependents is what you're adding. But this time when you select city, the criteria would be Springfield, right? However they want you to do that. I don't know, SPR asterisk. And then the second range would still be department, but what you're looking for is human resources, so you could do HUM asterisk, and then it would do that. Using 3-character criteria for each argument. Okay, so let's do the next one. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to come back, and we did some ifs. So we're going to say some ifs. And then I'm going to expand this so we don't see the directions anymore. So for my Mac, I'm going to pull these open, but yours is already going to be on the little box. So our range that we're adding, we're still looking at number of dependents. Boom. Oops. F4. Criteria range. The first thing we're looking for is the city. So I'm selecting this range. What I'm looking for is SPR asterisk. So the city begins with the SPR. The second range we care about is the department is human resources. So I'm going to select that and HUM asterisk. Done. And if I manually went through here, I bet I would find 4 would be what it is. So let's just kind of do it. So what are we looking for? Springfield, human resources. Okay, so there's 2 plus 2 is 4, and that's right. So on this next one, when you go in, it's number of claims. So really the only thing different here is the range that you're adding is number of claims, right?